All roads lead to 60. Don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, Dee Dee, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, first, I want to say, that I am happy to be one of your people that you're going to interview. She's in a habit from calling me Dee Dee Tolson, and it's subtles, but we'll go on.
I still called you. I'm sorry.
That's
Why
okay.
would I call you Tolson?
That's my maiden name, though, so it still works.
All right.
So, but I am Dee Dee Suttles from Life Coaching with Dee Dee, and I am the CEO and founder of Bridging Gaps Outreach Services, which is a 501c3 nonprofit.
All right, and so we met how many years ago? Maybe 5 years?
Maybe about 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
Yeah.
You came to see the space that is Move Training Center in Largo.
Yes.
And you started to have a conversation with me. I'm still grieving my mother, but
Right.
it was really fresher then.
Yeah.
And you started to talk to me and really change the course of my grief, let's say.
Amen.
I started more actually looking for my mother's or feeling her presence.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or almost manifesting her presence to me after I talked to you.
Right.
There was no more tears and falling asleep crying and all of that. Yeah. So that's great.
It is. And sometimes we grieve, and sometimes we just need someone to open the door to our healing. It's not to say that person is healing you, but that person gives you some insight, some clarity, some scriptures that help you kind of get through what you're going through.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. And so I'm so grateful for you for that.
Oh.
Because, feeling my mother's presence this way is much better than me crying. And feeling sad.
Right, right.
So all roads lead to 60 is all about the 50s.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Listen, 50 don't look like grandma no more.
Nope, we don't.
We're not your grandmother's 50 something.
How about that?
Right? So we're still fly. We're fly grandparents.
Yeah,
we're fly aunties.
Yeah.
And we have a lot to offer the new generation.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Sometimes I always say that certain things that my mother, and my grandparents didn't tell me.
Right.
Right? They kind
of
shielded me from
a
lot of stuff that was going to happen.
Absolutely.
And so I started this series to help help people in their 50s and 40s and 30s.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about lessons I've learned.
Right.
Things that I've done. I always tell people I accomplished more after 50 than I did from 49 to 10.
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
Yes. A lot of people, I tend to agree with you with that. I think I have too.
You think so?
Yes.
Well, I've put together some questions that you chose.
Okay.
And we're going to answer them. So the first question is, how have you maintained your physical health as you've aged?
So I wish I would have listened to everybody saying, watch what you eat, take good care of your skin. All of those things is so, so, so important, because when you get older, things just don't work the way they used to. Like in your younger years, you could eat what you wanted, then you could get on the treadmill for 10 minutes for 2 days or something like that, and it would just work. You would lose the weight. When you get to a certain age, your metabolism, they say, slows down. Mine went,
yes.
Completely. And so you begin to gain the weight. So for me, I had to learn to get back into the gym. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I go to the gym every day. That's not me. I go to the gym maybe 2 or 3 times a week.
Which is
but
good.
I have a treadmill downstairs. So I'll get on the treadmill. And then, like Daniel and I, we walk a lot. So I had to incorporate all that into my health.
That's awesome. Me too. I had to. In my younger days, I never went to the gym.
Nope.
I think I'm almost a gym rat.
Mm-hmm.
I started going to the gym once I was diagnosed with diabetes.
Okay.
So I had to lose a lot of weight in order not to take insulin.
Right.
So yeah, I know exactly what you mean. And it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
It was not easy.
Yeah.
But like we say, we know better now, right?
Yes.
We know better. I didn't see people going to the gym when I was young. Did you? Not especially not
No,
ladies.
not really. And then I mimic a lot of my aunts and and best friends' mothers. And I don't remember that part. Now I know my aunt would walk and those types of things, but never just like, whoo, let me suit up and go to the gym.
Right.
No, I don't remember seeing a lot
Yeah,
of that.
I don't remember either. All right, cool. So has aging affected your self-confidence or your sense of identity?
So I would love to be one of those women that say, "No, girl, it ain't done nothing to me. Aging, I've aged gracefully." No, it really has. And your, I'm confident when I know I look good. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And not good like, oh, I'm so fine. Not that good. When you look good and you feel good, your skin is clear. You're not packing a lot of weight. All of those things, and I feel good. But as you age, you're more prone to look at the wrinkles and your gray hair and things that are changing about you. And I fully grasped it and I love it. Like, I love who I am in this season of my life. From 55 to 60, because I turned 60 in March, it's been a great time frame for me.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think I look better than I did when I was in my 40s and 30s. That's what I believe.
I feel like I do too. Right? I don't know why, but
I think maybe I take better care of myself.
Definitely.
When you have children, you what am I trying to say? You trying to take care of the children, so you kind of forget yourself in a way. Now when your children are grown and gone, right, you start taking better care. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I think my self-confidence is better because of the things I've accomplished.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah. So what legacy do you hope to leave the future generations? What do you want them to say about you when you're gone? What do you want them to remember about you?
The number one thing that I tell my children is that be a good person. I want somebody to say, they may say, oh, she was no nonsense, or oh, she will put you in your place if out of pocket. I'm okay with that. But what I really want them to remember is that, even before there were nonprofits, I was giving. Even before someone told me there was a need, we were just contributing different things to different places. And so I thank God that my family, the Tolson family, and even the family that I married into, the Suttles family, their mom Maddie, she would feed all these people, and it was just it. So I would want my legacy to be that she was a giver, and she loved people, and she cared how people felt about themselves enough to, and how I go into the shelters and do all of those things. It's not just the people that there's strangers that you can help. And so to me, it's important that my family know that, hey, I want, to carry on my mom's legacy, just to help anybody. It doesn't have to be somebody that knows somebody, doesn't have to be somebody that, you've been friends with for a long time, or just whatever. But charity does start at home. So I'll help my family, in a need too. But I just really want them to remember to always be kind. Yes, speak your mind. Be respectful. My adult children and my grandson are very respectful. People will say, when they meet them, oh, they're really respectful, they're good kids, and I'm proud of that.
I love that, because you are that. Like, you are a person that love to help, and there are not many people like that. Like, this is not usual, like people just, there are people like you who go into shelters, and the thing about you, Dee Dee, is you use your own money.
Sometimes. Now,
Well,
I
you
get funding too.
fundraise,
Yes, I
but
fundraise
but
too.
if you don't raise any funds, you're going to make it happen.
Yeah.
Right.
We've used a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, not too many people are willing to do that, but I feel you. I want to be a good person. I want to be the person that people, let me tell you a story. I went to this lady's funeral.
Mm-hmm.
She was, if not 90, close to 90.
Wow.
And there were like people, maybe 30, 40 people that came up to the mic to talk about all the things she had done.
Look at God.
I mean, I sat there in awe.
Yeah.
I was like, I want that to be me.
Yes.
Right?
How
Because
about
I've
that?
gone to people's funerals and they would say a little something, and I would think, well, who was that person?
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
I want to be like the lady.
Yes.
Who people just came up and said how she helped them, and the things she did at work. She was very ambitious.
Wow.
At her age at 90, because of course when she was our age, there weren't a lot of opportunities for her. She made her own opportunities.
That's right.
She started a business, started a nonprofit.
Wow.
So that's what I want. I want people
beautiful.
to say, Adrienne lived her best life and helped other people live their best lives too.
Yes, and that sums it up, because outside of our, and you have a nonprofit too, so outside of our nonprofit and things like that, we nurture our family, so everything just comes full circle, and it's just a blessing and a good thing, but you gotta take time for your family. If you out here doing everything for everybody else and you're not at home and you don't take care of your family, or it's not understood about your date night or family night or whatever it may be, you kind of failing a little bit right there.
Sure.
Because you got to take care of home too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. How have you navigated major life transitions? I know at our age, a lot of us don't have our parents anymore. Our children, we're home alone, right? We're empty nesters. How have you navigated that?
So I thank God that I still have my father, and he and his wife live in Virginia. I love them. But being an empty nester, Lord have mercy, I just love it. I just love it. I love coming home. My kids live like 5 minutes from here. Matter of fact, we have to bribe them to stop by. So we just love it, because they, my daughter, she always stops by. But the boys are different. They're in their own world. But we're really enjoying life. And he and I, because we have, anybody who knows us, we have our date nights. We go somewhere once a week for dinner. We try to find different restaurants and do different things. But as I was telling him, look, these dinners are adding up on my hips. We got to start. So we just really started doing different things. And the companionship with Daniel, and just us rekindling is so nice.
That's awesome.
That's all I can say. This is PG, right? PG rated.
PG rated. But yeah, I get it. I know what you mean.
It's nice. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's nice not to have to worry about kids. I was talking to my son, and I said, it's so cool when the kids are gone. Because when they're with you, you stay up all night waiting to hear the door.
Yeah.
But when they're on their own, not that you don't worry or you're not
concerned. You worry, yeah, but it's different.
It's different.
It's different.
It's different. So I love that. So tell me about your nonprofit.
So one of my favorite things, Bridging Gaps Outreach Services. Like I said, it's a 501c3 nonprofit. And it started, I would go on vacation. I would plan with my bucks, who are my high school friends, when we were in Germany. And so I said, hey, let's just get together. And, we would meet in different cities and I would coordinate everything. But while we were there, I was like, dang, one day I just came up, I said, it would be so good while we're here to go to the shelter. So we did that the first time we went to the shelter, and um, we made sandwiches this one particular year, and we painted, and we did different things throughout the shelter. We worked in this one shelter, had a rooming store where people would bring their clothes, which I love this idea too. They would bring their clothes, and so we were tagging shoes and cleaning racks and all this kind of stuff. So that became our thing every year. But even prior to that, Daniel would give all his suits, and he said, well, I don't want to give it to XYZ um place
because you
because they
don't want to
sell
sell
it.
it.
Right, because they sell it. So I said, well, let's just take it somewhere where people can use it. And so from there, but with my nonprofit, every year we do toys, we do back to school backpacks, we do Mother's Day, which was something that I created, to go into the shelter every year for Mother's Day and give mothers a variety of things to feel good, like lip gloss and scarves. And Valentine's Day, we did candy for all the women in the shelter. So we just trying to just make a difference. And if they can put on, I had partnered with a couple of people from Paparazzi Jewelry, and bought a bunch of jewelry, and then they donated some pieces. So it was a blessing. So every lady had on her paparazzi, and they sent me letters, to the director to give to me of the shelter, and it just warmed my heart, that they felt beautiful for one day, like they said.
I love that. With the Phyllis Ellen Support Center, we do a boutique. I was going to say consignment, but it's not a consignment because we don't sell anything. But
Right.
people donate clothes and shoes and jewelry, coats, hats, and
Oh.
all different kind of accessories. And then we actually rent a van and we pick up the women in the shelters for 5 different shelters.
Wow.
So we go get one group, let them come, we give them lunch,
Yeah.
and they shop. And it's so rewarding.
Yeah, it
so we're gonna
is.
do that in November.
Well, you have to let me know. I always tell you, and I support you. So you have to let me know when you guys are doing something else, and we kind of go from there. And somebody just today, not Samantha. Dang. Well, anyway, I'm drawing a blank on her name. She's gonna kill me. But anyway, she has bags of clothes that she wants to donate. So I'm gonna connect you to.
Yeah, please do, because I do have storage for some. Suzanne?
Yeah.
So that would be great. So we're
Yeah.
going to do it in November. And like I said, we're going to have lunch for them. And we, we make it look like a boutique. We get racks and the shoes and everything. And it's really cool. So I love that you guys make women feel special.
Yes.
Even if it's just for one day.
Even
they'll
if it's
never,
for one
ever
day.
forget it.
Yes. And they look forward to us coming.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I don't care. It snowed one year. I don't know if you remember seeing that on Facebook. It snowed. And my people, I told them, I said, I understand. I know, it's going to melt down. I just pushed the time back. I loaded it up myself. And I went there because I knew they were still looking forward to it. And I said, I don't have all my people. I don't have it. They was like, we don't even care. They was hugging me, just happy that I came. So it's just amazing.
Isn't it so awesome?
It is.
It is an awesome
They're very
feeling.
grateful. They're very grateful.
I started the Phyllis Ellen Support Center in my mother's name. She was the most generous person ever. And I knew she would
That's
want
where
me
you
to,
get it from.
Yeah. She was generous with her family, generous with everyone. So with her co-workers. So I love doing it. It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. And sometimes you can get overwhelmed.
Yes. Sometimes, because you do, like, Christmas is a big to do. I don't want any kids to go without toys. I don't want any kids. I mean, if I can't emphasize that enough. And I try to start early with the fundraising because we'll get families that are in need. And so far, we've always been able to accommodate with really nice things. And, it's just a blessing. I just get excited talking about that.
I
You have
know.
to pull
Me
the
too. Me too. So tell the people how they can get in touch with you, how they can donate
Okay.
to Bridging the Gap,
Mhm.
and your social media handles.
Okay. So it's Bridging Gaps Outreach Services, and we are located in Clinton, Maryland. But you can you can go to our page, our website, excuse me. It's Bridging Gaps Outreach.org. That's Bridging Gaps Outreach.org. I had to think about it. Yeah, and but social media, our IG is Bridging Gap Services Inc. And I am also life coaching with Dee Dee on IG. So either one of those, you can get me. And
That's
right on the
awesome.
site is a a donate button, and you can click that and then just tell us where you want it to go.
Okay. We'll also have it below.
Okay.
So we'll have a link below. So anything else? Thank you so much for doing this with me. I look forward to more conversations with you.
Yes.
I love you. I love what you do.
Thank
You're an
you.
inspiration to many, to many. You make me work harder. I see you on Facebook doing something. I'm like, I gotta work a little harder.
Oh, I get that because I'm looking at somebody too saying I got to work a little bit hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there's so much that we can do and contribute. And I believe that God wants us to be good stewards and, just good servants to help others, and especially those people in need, and people think, oh, well, I don't have a lot of money to give. It's okay. Get in touch with me. You can come. We organize the shelter, shelves of food. We get rid of a lot of the expired stuff. We shift the wall. We do all that. There isn't. If you can come, you don't always need money. Money makes the world go round. It will help with the things like when we have toys and all the different things that we do. But there are other places where we could use you.
Yeah, that's awesome. We're having the boutique for the ladies in November. We'll be looking for winter clothes, coats,
Okay.
scarves, gloves, stuff like that.
Do you do men's stuff also?
You know what? We have not done men's
Okay.
shelters, but people have inquired about that.
Yeah, because my husband has a lot
A lot of
suits.
stuff
He
to
got
give.
like 20 suits up there that he says he said, I refuse to just, let them sell them. I want to give them to somebody or give them to a shelter.
Yeah, I remember when you and your husband gave us the shoes for the migrants.
Yeah.
That's something else we did that was rewarding to me. We got a lot of flack about it though. But
and can I comment on that really quick, because what you did was amazing, right? And anytime that you're doing something good, somebody always has to come along and just be like, that ain't right. But what are you doing? You come talk to me when you are doing something like that, right? Because it's hard. People don't realize, that it is hard to organize and to continue to do the things that we do. So I commend you. I'm grateful for you. You do a great job. You help a lot of people too. And don't let the naysayers stop you, because they're always going to be around. They will talk about anything that you do. And so that's why I just turn a deaf ear. I don't even know if they say anything negative. Why? Because I don't care. I don't listen.
Yeah, Dee Dee, I was just like, wait, what?
Yeah. But
the migrants are people too. They're God's children.
Yes.
And the reason why they came is for a better life. So
yeah,
I wanted to help. They were getting off the bus with sandals on. It was 20 degrees.
Yeah.
So we bought shoes so that they can have shoes to put on. But
that was a good thing.
Yes. So we are the Phyllis Ellen Support Center. We're at the Phyllis Center, phyllisellencenter.org. If anyone wants to look on our website and see what we're doing, volunteer, donate, or whatever your heart tells you to
Leads you
do.
do. Yes, yes.
And I'll be sharing more information about our boutique and our Christmas for the kids.
Okay.
So I think this year we'll have the kids come to the center.
Okay.
And we'll have a Christmas party.
Okay, let me
Have
know.
Santa.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're planning. So I'll let you know about that.
Okay.
So thank you, Dee Dee.
You are very
Thank
welcome.
you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe.